Hello, hello, I am Shin the Hero. That is Flores Bloom Noah. We are Tunium. New element in animation. Vox Machina just finished with its 10 episodes. Second season. At least the first part of the second season. We know it's getting like a third season now. We're here to talk about Vox Machina and telling you why you should watch it. There will probably be spoilers and all that junk, so be prepared. Even though there's a D&D campaign that's like 7 years old, that's already spoiled it. You get the picture. Let's jump into this. Jump! Vox Machina. Noah, how you feeling about Vox Machina this first season? Was the first season better than the second season? Did they improve and everything from the original series?
If you watched the first season and you was like, I'm not gonna watch the second season, I wasn't really feeling it. The second season is 100% better than the first season, and I'm telling you, 100% better. They made the characters better. Like, I used to not like some of them. I like them all now. They did a step up during this season. Every episode is great. What they do with the characters, the adventure, the action, the animation, the voice acting, everything about season 2 is amazing to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to echo that. I echo that. I'm right behind that. Like the first season I wasn't really feeling. It wasn't all that great in my opinion. But this second season was leagues of better than the first season. It made me actually, because in the first season you didn't necessarily care about these. Well, at least I didn't. I didn't necessarily care about the characters in the first season. The animation was cool and all that junk, but like, I didn't care. It was like I really didn't care. And Percy, I didn't really like Percy in this second season though, because he felt like a side character. Cause he kind of feels like the leader, but like he didn't do too much. But other than that, like the second season is better, and I know it's like the first part of like the third campaign or the third arc of the first campaign and all that junk. So I am very interested to see how much more goes on in the future season, in the next season. I'm really interested in seeing how they're gonna be the Chroma Conclave, these dragons, these powerful dragons, because like I don't know if they're gonna beat this fire dragon. That's all I gotta say. I don't know if they beat season 2. What was one of your favorite episodes or the best episodes in season 2? Because there's 12, not 10. It's 12. There's 12 episodes. But what was your favorite episode? No. Because I feel like this season also, like the characters, they grew a lot more. Because we got a lot more Scanlan. We got a lot more Grog. We didn't get
everybody but Percival. Right?
Was Percy and Pike were the only ones that we didn't get too much. Which they got more stuff dealt with them in season 1. But like we got, and then the twins, they was like more of a focal point, more Vox than anything, not Vex. But Vex, she was still there, especially after episode 3, when she died. Like she died, dog. She died.
She did die, yeah.
She died. That was like probably one of the big shock moments. When people was talking about this show, when it was throwing out their big chunks and everything like that. But what was your favorite episode or favorite moment, best moment or whatnot?
My favorite episode was episode 6, and that's when they met the male Sphinx
into the rhyme cliff.
They had names.
Yeah.
Didn't write those down.
Don't worry. I got them in my notes.
Okay.
I got them in my notes.
It was episode 6 when they met
the female
Sphinx.
The female Sphinx.
The male Sphinx.
The male Sphinx. Yo, I like that. Yo, the male Sphinx was off the chain. I really like that.
Yo. I love when the male Sphinx was like, okay, you can fight this demon, these demons, or you can try to just wound me, make me feel pain, which I haven't felt pain since the beginning of time. And they was like, yo, man, we can. It did. And they was like, yo, I think we can hurt him. And then Scanlan was like, he hasn't been hurt since the beginning of time. What makes you think we can do it? And I was like, yo, Scaly got a point. Bring on the demons. Let's fight them. But no, these guys decide to fight the Sphinx. And then proceeded to get bodied one after another.
My man said, well, you know, the demons down there, they really wanted to fight, man. They're like they haven't had a good fight in a while.
Wow.
And that labyrinth, and I mean that was pretty easy, but if y'all wanna whooping, I can give you a whooping.
This Scaling really said he hasn't been hurt since the beginning of time. Why do you think we can do this, guys? I was on Scaling's side 100%. I was like, dog, bring on the demons. I'm not fighting no ancient Sphinx. I'm not doing that.
Oh man! And then he said, y'all gotta fight me in one-on-one combat. And the first person who just makes me bleed or wounds me, and the whole time too, when he kept saying whoever wounds me, and I was like, wait a minute. I figured it out beforehand because one, he's a Sphinx. He does do the riddle things. He does talking riddles and all that junk. And I was like, all he had said wound him. You don't have to physically wound him to actually wound him.
Yeah.
And that's why my man Scaling hit him with that song. And my man started crying. He was like, I've never been as wounded as this in my heart hasn't been wounded like this in the whole entire lifetime. The voice actor was on point on that, and then him and Scaling became homies. When they came back, you see him just cold and say, I like that verse. Yeah, what about this? Yeah, man.
I'm with this. Yo, man, come on, man. I got you.
I really like that. And you can feel, and then when the acid spitting dragon showed up, my man, the black dragon showed up, you can feel the pain in Scaling when the Sphinx guy died and everything. Like, you could feel that pain.
Dog.
You saw that pain in him. He was like, I just got a homie, and then he just died protecting us.
Yeah, it didn't make sense that the dragon was stronger than the Sphinx, in my opinion.
Well,
I know they're dragons,
yeah.
but this is a Sphinx that's been alive since ever.
Yeah. I mean,
he was getting wounded by, and I love. He was like, I've never been wounded. I never felt pain. And then here comes the dragon. He's feeling pain now.
He said he hasn't felt pain in a while. He hasn't been wounded in a while.
I hated that. I didn't really hate it. I was just like, I feel like the Sphinx should put up a better fight than this, but okay.
Yeah,
it was a good fight. It was a good fight.
I feel like that's more on the lines of when they fought the dragon when he showed up. I think that was like an encounter battle like that, and there's dice being rolled and everything like that. I feel like the Sphinx probably would have survived if they got a higher roll. Someone in the comments down below could probably say something better or correct me if I'm wrong or whatnot. But I feel like that part of the campaign, that part, that session, it was probably bad rolls. That's the reason why he had died. That's what I really think. And the reason why he inevitably lost that fight. That's what I think. Because you gotta remember, this is still a D&D campaign. I think it's based off a D&D campaign.
I keep forgetting. I'm just really be watching the show as it's just an animated show.
Yeah. Because like there's some stuff for you just like, why is this happening like this? They should be able to get through this, but they don't. Why?
Yeah. And then the Sphinx and the dragon. You know, that's when Grog goes crazy with the sword.
Yes.
It's all in the same episode. I was like, this episode is amazing.
Yeah. Because like earlier in that episode, Grog had a dream or nightmare that he killed his friends because of the sword and everything.
Yeah.
Like that. I think it was pretty cool how he was like, F, you made me hurt Pike. Like basically my sister. Nah, I gotta destroy this sword. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. That was good. I'd have to agree with you on that. That was a pretty good episode. I would have to say is the kill box? Not the kill box. The test of pride, I think. I think that because that's episode 9 when Grog fights his uncle.
Yeah.
When he fights his uncle, and we see Grog's past a little bit because we see a younger Grog and how he met Pike and everything like that. How they became as close as they are because they're basically family and everything like that. I really like that. Like that hype ass moment when Buddy impaled Grog and he was like, the monk showed up was like, where does your strength come from? It's like and you could feel the distraught and everything like that. He's like, I just don't want my friends to die. I'm not strong or anything like that. Because he's been wrestling with that through the whole season and everything like that. And seeing that come all together right now, like it when he broke that spear, it's like, I would like to rage, and he got swollen and everything and came in like that junk was dope.
That was a great episode.
Until his uncle was like, oh yeah, all right, doom, and grew. I was like, oh dang, Grog, you about to get body whopped, man. You finna get molly whopped, man. That's just bad.
Yeah.
But I would have to say that's probably my favorite moment of the series. Also, I like Keely when she became the Avatar. that's what she became. She became the Avatar. I just was like, wait, man, she the Avatar.
Oh, yeah. I thought this whole season I felt their bond as a group more than the first season. Like, I felt that they cared for one another. They was really pushing the love stories in this one, wasn't they?
Yes. They were.
I guess it worked because it made me care about them more.
Yeah, I do know some things at the end of the campaign, who gets with who and what happens and all that. So I do know that. But other than that, like, did you guess that what was her name? Skellen's daughter. Did you guess that was his daughter when she first showed up? I was like, why she look like Skellen? Why she look like a female Skellen? That's probably his kinfolk or something.
I thought it was one of his past lovers. He just slept with and forgot about.
Okay.
Him pulling, scaling, pulling the scaling, and just like, I sleep with so many women. I just don't know who you are. But
were you shocked about that?
Oh yeah, I was shocked because then I thought to myself, how old is Skalen?
Skalen gotta be old. He has to be old because she was like an adult.
Yeah, and I was like, my man gotta be at least 50, right?
Yeah, he has to. It makes sense. He is a gnome.
Or we don't know how gnomes age, right?
Yeah. He has to be way old. He has to be older.
Cause that's the first thing I thought of. It was dope though. I didn't dislike it. I like how they had the plan to fight. I like when Percival was like trying to explain the plan. And they was like, what is this man talking about? He's not that bright, is he? Nah. He's stupid. Don't worry about it, man. And that was dope. I really liked it. This season was great.
One thing I would say about it, I do feel like they was getting these vestiges the only vestiges that like kind of had a drawback to it was the armor, because someone died there. But all the other vestiges they were getting, it felt like they was getting these things way too easy, in all honesty.
I had thought about that,
and some of them was like convenient.
Yeah, I had thought about that, but even with the vestiges, they're still struggling. It's not just it's not they got this, now they're on par with the dragons, because they're not. They didn't expect them to defeat the acid dragon this season.
I kind of figured they was going to, because they was making a big emphasis with him, especially with him working with old girl and everything like that. And how Tyron was just like basically chumping this man. He was being all Megatron on him like that, and I just figured he was not long for this world, especially when, man, if you get 2 fingers up the butt and 2 dudes get up the butt, man, like, you're dying. You're dead. You're dead.
Listen, I didn't think he was gonna die because I thought it was like hinting as a bigger plot. With him betraying the fire dragon.
I feel like he was the most. I feel like he was the most dangerous out of the crew. He could spit acid, Noah. We can deal with a flyer dragon, an ice dragon. My man can spit acid.
I'm with you on that. But I just thought, he's trying to betray the fire dragon, so they're building on this plot. They're not gonna beat this dragon this season, but then they beat that dragon that season. I thought it was. I also like how they're a group, but they don't agree. You can tell they always arguments. especially Scaling. Scaling's like, yo, dog, we barely got out alive. Why are we going to fight this dragon again?
What do you
Like,
what do you think about when they went to the Fey world?
Fey were,
Fey realm, yeah. How you feel
yeah,
about that? Especially the twins meeting their dad again.
that I didn't like it. I'm not gonna. It's one of my negatives about the season. I thought that shit was hella convenient. I was like, oh, what are the chances they got teleported? They went to the Fey realm, and their home village just happens to be there, and their dad's there. It was okay. I really like the other part of those episodes with Grog, Grog, Scaling, and Pike.
Yeah.
I enjoyed those.
You like the
especially
B
when Grog-
plot, basically?
Yeah, I enjoyed
feel
that
that.
more.
I feel
I
that.
just feel like it's so convenient. They just needed to add this in, you know?
Did you figure the guy that was going around helping them, quote unquote, did you figure he was a more important deity? Especially
Nope.
with that. You
I'm
didn't?
not gonna lie.
You
I
figure-
didn't even think twice about it. I just thought he was just some dude that enjoyed to draw weird stuff.
What other negatives you got in this? No,
Negatives?
for the series.
Let me see. So, when they got separated,
Mm-hmm.
it's a negative for me. Only because when I watch
The
when
first
that-
when they get teleported, when the spell, quote unquote,
yeah, the
fails.
spell, yeah, they went to the Fey realm and the other ones went to some, I forget.
Again,
where
that
they
was a roll. That was the reason
Yeah,
why they
I
got
know.
split up. That was a roll.
went. See, before I don't think about it. I didn't think like that. I thought of sometimes a show like this, One Piece has this problem too. There's so many main characters, right? And it's hard to give everybody screen time. So they'll separate the group. And that's how they give them screen time. But it's also a negative because we don't see these characters interact with these characters. It's sometimes some shows just do it. Like in One Piece, like Luffy doesn't interact with Frankie for like a long time because they're always so separated and stuff like that. But it still worked out in the end. I hate when like they have so many main characters. I feel like, okay, guys, we gotta separate them because it's hard to write everybody. Because when they're all together, some characters don't got as many lines as these characters and stuff like that. That is one of my negatives. And I think that's about it. That's my only like real negative I have. But I still enjoyed it. Yeah, I still enjoyed them being what was going on. Well, I didn't enjoy the Fey realm that much. I'll lie. But I did enjoy Pike Scaling in Grog's part when Grog was depressed about his muscles.
Yeah.
He was like, that was great. I did enjoy it. It's just I just noticed that when it's like a big plot of main characters.
Yeah.
We
Like,
have to separate.
we got to split the party and everything like that.
Yeah.
I understand that. I feel you on that one. I mean, and I like how Scanlan is kind of like the audience member. Like, why we got to do this? We don't need to do this. I like that, but at the same time, they are supposed to be heroes, quote unquote, a heroic party, quote unquote. So
Scaling had some points. I was like, guys, we can't beat him. Grog's legs broken. He said some other stuff. We just can't do it. And they was like, yeah, but we still going. And Scaling was like, all right.
Did you think Scanlan was gonna leave?
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
No, I really didn't. I knew he wasn't, man. If he would have left, I think it would have been more interesting if he left.
Yeah.
You know, because he wouldn't have killed. Because he won that. He's the only reason why they beat the dragon.
Yeah.
So it would have been more interesting that they left because the dragon would still be alive. Now they're missing a member of Vox Machina. It would have been more interesting. Mm-hmm. But I'm not mad that he didn't leave. You know, it was great. Scaling probably my favorite out this whole season.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, who was your favorite character in this season?
It has to be Scaling.
Okay.
Has to be Scaling.
I started to warm up to Grog, especially when we got his backstory, a little bit more of his backstory. Yeah. So, like, I would have to say the best character, the most standout character is either Vox or Vex. The boy twin. I forget his name.
That's Vox.
Okay, all right.
Vox is the boy twin. Also, when he you remind me another one of my I'm sorry. But another one of my favorite parts was when he was like, "I gotta face this alone."
Yes,
And he
yes,
went to that
yeah,
cavern,
yes, yes,
and
yes.
then he got like into that blood
Yeah,
water, and
yeah.
then we saw like just looking at like the god of what
The
the
goddess of
ravens,
death, yeah, the god,
goddess of
the
death.
maiden of ravens, yeah,
Yeah, her art was like that shit was beautiful, man. I was
yeah.
like, yo, they drew that. That shit was amazing.
I even think the Sphinx looked cool.
Yeah,
Even
the
though they were
Sphinx, yeah.
3D, quote unquote, like
Yeah.
they look good.
Yeah,
They were
yeah, they
nice.
were dope, yeah.
Those
I don't
everything
know.
with the Sphinx was dope.
I can see why it got, because if you remember, it got renewed for a season 2 even before season 1 was
Yeah,
done. I can see why. They was like, yo, man, just wait till season 2. We gonna give y'all the heat.
yes, yes, yes. I also love that my boy Will Fidel was in this. When I heard Will Fidel, I was like, oh, this show is just it's a goat now because Will Fidel's in it. Anything Will Fidel's in, I love Will Fidel. He's my Batman. He's my Batman. I mean, my Batman is Kevin Conroy, rest his soul. But my second Batman is Will Fidel, Terry McGinnis. That's my guy. You could give all your speaker roles now for Batman to Will Fidel. He could be Batman. He could be Bruce.
Hey, I'm with it.
So Noah, are you giving this 5 out of 5? Is this the second season? 5 out of 5? Okay.
I'm giving it a 5 out of 5.
I
got some
feel
negatives.
you on that one too. Yeah,
I gotta give it a 5 out. It blew my expectations out the water.
it did
Because
too.
you know, the first season, I was like, the first season was okay. Like it was an okay show. I think season 2 brought it up there. This is a great show.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. I do feel you on that one too. I 100%. Even though some of the pacing was a little wonky here and there, because it was way faster and whatnot in the second season. It was way faster in the first season than the second season. But there's some stuff that I just didn't agree, even though I'm nitpicky and whatnot. But I gotta say, overall, the second season is way better. It is way better, and I would definitely recommend anybody to watch Vox Machina. 100%. You tell us in the comments down below if you like Vox Machina season 2. What was your favorite episode, favorite moment, and all that junk? Tell us if you watched the original Critical Role campaign. Give us the Easter eggs and whatnot. What was in the show and what was not. As we always say, Tunium out.